When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Wolverines will kick it away first. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Boilermakers offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my...
And the ball squirts out deep in their own end. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Willis. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They'll send the back in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Michigan Wolverines offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Looking downfield, it's Graves. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if... Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Humphries. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off the play fake. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Boilermakers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Graves. Out of the backfield, he's open. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference, but now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Singleton. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. This time he's got it. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for space. It's Humphries. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Quick completion on the out route. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. an explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet. But I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Slithers into space. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Picks up the 1st down. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. Rushes on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught behind the line. It's Whitaker. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Floats it out in space. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. To throw, it's Graves. Got his man on the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Hits the open man. Touchdown, Michigan! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. Quarterback empties his backfield. To the air, it's Graves. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
That's a first down.
To the air on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Got a little space. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
And the Boilermakers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And some room to work. He's into the open down the middle. At the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when it gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game.
Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They'll give it to the back. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Just inside the 30 at the 29. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? They want to run this quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Finds his man in the middle. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Here's a heat. Oh, he wants it all. Brings it in down the left side. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Working on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Motion from the wideout. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his man. It's Winston. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Back to throw, it's Graves. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. To the air on 2nd down. On target over the middle. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play-action by this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Out of the end zone. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give to the tailback. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Blakely. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Boilermakers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the third down pass is incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Michigan offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Spins away from the defender. Finds a crease at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Syracuse is going to walk off the field there inside the dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to fire on second down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Dickey. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That way, fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to impose their will with the run. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Scanning the field, it's Graves. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Rolls it in. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And how about the hat trick? Like adding insult to injury. You got him in passing situation. You know what's coming. All I'm doing right now is trying to pad my stats and get those sacks.
The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Dickey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Dickey. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Blakely.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage, man. You want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Here comes the heat. The sure hands, it's Dickey. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Splits the uprights, good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. The give to the back. Turning it on. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to